Welcome to the Third Degree Masonic Podcast, where we are always on the level. We're your hosts. I'm Brother Samuel.
I'm Brother Gabriel.
And I'm Brother Ryan.
And we're just a bunch of Masons trying to find our place in this fraternity. Welcome back, craftsmen. We hope you enjoyed our previous episode with newly raised Brother Clayton Walker, with me and Brother Gabriel.
Honestly, it was a really good interview.
Yeah.
It was a long interview, but it was a good one.
Yeah. I mean, I've got...
Thanks for the invite, by the way.
Well, we figured you were busy.
I think I wasn't that day, and I heard about when you guys posted it, and I was like, oh, well then. Apparently I'm out of the podcast now.
Well, to be fair, he's got so much personality.
Yeah. Me and Clayton can't be on the podcast together.
No, you guys play off each
You
other.
just can't be on the podcast in general.
Yeah.
All right, I'll leave. Bye.
Bye. Remember when you were just supposed to be doing editing and the microphone work?
Yeah, and then you were like, you know what? I can do it better. And I'll just do it. Almost like when I rearranged your furniture when you lived in the apartment.
Oh, my God.
You know what, Sam? I like your design, but I can do it better.
Well,
and I'm not going to ask for permission.
It's really funny you say that because, craftsmen, today we are doing a little change of pace. We are currently recording in my living room in Walbridge, Ohio. And I'm genuinely surprised that when I came in, Ryan has not moved my futon and my sectional couch to the other side of the living room. So
don't let him lie to you. Everything in here is just cardboard boxes.
I thought about it, but Gabe was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I was like, well, you have fun blowing that up. I'm just gonna set up.
So, it's not even 10 a.m. and my bathroom's been assaulted. I love it. But craftsmen all do fun. We figured we would take this lazy Sunday, sit back, and talk about a couple topics that we've really been mulling around in our heads.
Yeah.
How have things been?
Busy.
Yeah.
Busy.
I thought the summer was supposed to be like, hey, relaxing, let's have a campfire. Oh, wait, no, that's when we were kids.
Yeah.
And we didn't have responsibilities.
Right.
Now that we're adults, it's like, fuck.
I kind of actually understand why my dad was so angry all the time sometimes.
Yeah, especially because you were now living the dream of having a basement during the rainy season with a sump pump.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. Every day I wake up and I wonder if today's the day I have a swimming pool. Indoors. Nah. But anyways, craftsmen, back to masonry. So, what's really been kind of getting me lately, guys, it's been, I don't know, probably about a year since we've worked on some initiatives for, kind of getting out in the public and what have you. How do you feel we're doing when it comes to adding new members to Genoa Lodge? Because maybe I'm having a moment in my own head where I'm kind of stuck there. I feel like maybe we should have more results than what we're doing. But also if you think about it, we look at the number of guys that we have coming in. I mean, we've got a bunch of transfers coming in, a bunch of plural members, and we've got another guy going through. I mean, so we'll have a newly raised
Master Mason degree on the 18th.
Right, in 2 weeks. So what am I Jones about? Are we doing a good job, or is there more to be doing?
As secretary of the lodge, obviously, I need to take a count of the visitors, the officers, and whatnot during every state meeting. I will say it's been kind of steady over the last year or so, and to me, it's a little bit shocking that it's still as steady as it is. I mean, we've gotten some prospects, some people interested, but it's always getting them past the, hey, I'm interested in joining stage, because we get all these people that are, hey, I'm interested in joining so-and-so, my father, blah, 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 was a Mason or recommended me to join and stuff. And and then we reach out to them and then it's just crickets. Or like you said, we get plural members, we get members from other lodges, which is great. Hey, cool, brotherhood, awesome. But it's after kind of all the renovations, all the updates, I'm kind of shocked it hasn't been a steady increase. Sam, you could probably talk about this a little bit more, is the room of reflection that we've been doing.
Right.
this year, and that's been a big project. Last year was, hey, we gotta like have this lodge building being proud to like come and hang out here. So we did the pool table, we did our dining room, we made a wooden bar, we redid our kitchen. Pretty much the only room that we didn't renovate is our lodge room.
Right.
When you think about it.
Yeah.
But I think those things helped us because, I mean, I'm still somewhat new to Genoa Lodge, but I feel like before then it was skeleton crew. And now we got a good group of people coming in.
Yeah, and I think we're doing a little bit better in the sense that other than our stewards, we've got guys sitting in the chairs.
Yes.
I mean, they're regularly showing up, and the officers are doing what they need to do, and there's even a couple of guys that are sitting on the sidelines, and you never know what past master is going to slip in, and
I mean, we have a past master of Genoa Lodge sitting to my right that's ecstatic that he's sitting on the sidelines now.
Yeah, I think this is because I was master in 24. So this is 2 years now of sitting on the sidelines, and I love it.
Yeah, but you're not just sitting on the sidelines. I mean,
Well, I participate in all the degrees. I fill in spots when they need them.
Right.
You're not just like, screw you guys, I did my time. I'm just here for the show.
Right.
So
I think we're in a good spot there. It just makes me wonder because you see all the statistics about masonry, and you see how, is the craft dying? Is the craft, we're replacing our guys at a slower pace than we're losing them at this point. But I mean, I guess there's something to be said there. The boomer generation is
declining.
And they're declining very rapidly.
Genoa Lodge's average age of members is like 68, 70.
Right.
And when you look at the graph that Grandview gives you, it's clear as day is why it's that. It's not, oh, hey, there's just so many people that age. It is, but then you look at like the 20s and the 30s, and it's like we have 10, we have 5.
Right.
It's like, yeah, they're going to outweigh us, kind of.
So, I don't know. I mean, what do you think, Gabe?
Well, there are a lot of people who are talking about, like, you go on TikTok and you're always seeing about how people want connection and they want something real. And masonry can provide that, but at the same time, there's a lot of I don't know if it's really because we had an experience with masonry beforehand, with like demolay and knowing the Mason advisors and getting to know all of each other before we really dove headfirst into this fraternity, that might set us apart from someone just kind of coming off the street. Because I'm just going to say it, we don't do a lot of good new person integration. It does take a random Joe Schmo off the street a fairly long time to integrate into this fraternity. Not because we are forcing that, like we're not trying to exclude them or anything, but we bring someone in, we throw a lot at them, and then we say, hey, show up in 2 weeks again.
Right.
It's not, when people are looking for connection, like my stepfather and I, we've been going out more together. We've been going to 3rd Street Cigar, smoking cigars and having glasses of bourbon together and just kind of connecting. It's not like we're going out and doing some sort of major physical activity or major entertainment thing together. We're just kind of chilling and getting to know each other more and everything. There's not people in this fraternity, they grow to know each other long term, doing a lot of stuff together, but it's not like when we have a new onboarding in our unit, like we spend a lot of time with that person of integrating them, of say, hey, this is this person, they do this. Hey, this is where you go to get this. Hey, this is the text chain you got to go through to get this information. Hey, here are the forms you fill out and stuff like that. And we spend months and months and months with them before they even go to their basic training, integrating them and making them part of the system, because when you enlist, you become part of that system.
Right.
So, and I mean, that's the thing, because when someone joins Masonry, they are and are not a part of it yet, because they're a brother from the moment they take that entered apprentice degree, but
they're not voting members.
They're not voting members. They're not traveling members. They're not well vouched for, well traveled, or well known. And it's hard to get someone to commit to that level, because it's different when you're doing something with people where, like Ricky, his soccer thing, like Brother Staler, he goes, once every other week to soccer, or even once a week.
I thought it was once a week. But
yeah. So yeah, he's seen, they may be new people, but now he's seen them every week for a long time.
Right.
When you're only seeing the people of this fraternity once every other week, or even once a month, it's kind of hard to integrate to that, especially if you're seeking out something of, let's face it, a lot of new people probably come to Masonry seeking entertainment, seeking immediate connections, seeking immediate, like, well, I'm going to go have bourbon with these guys. I'm going to have cigars with these guys. I'm going to unlock the secrets to the universe with these guys, kind of thing.
Well, and the downside is, so, and maybe this is a tangent. I know, like, I'll get to what we had spoken of, but so Genoa is such a small little town in the middle of nowhere.
Like most lodges.
Like most lodges, that the level of entertainment for Genoa is, us standing at the door of the lodge and seeing, what D-bags in their lifted trucks go blowing through. And we talk shit.
Blowing through Main Street.
Blowing through Main Street and seeing if they're going to blow through that red light. I mean, how long did we sit in Staler's car and just watch people blow through the main red light? And we just yelled at them.
A bit.
Yeah. I mean, and that was entertaining, but that's not really something you bring your new Mason. But what do you guys do for fun? Oh, you're going to love this. Well, we sit in a Subaru and yell at people as they blow this red light.
And see, that's the kind of catch-22 of small Mason communities.
But let's look at Rubicon. I mean, you guys can leave a message, or you guys can leave a meeting at Rubicon. Go down to 3rd Street and go have a cigar. You can go down to...
They've got their lounge downstairs.
I haven't seen it yet, but I look forward to. I mean, it's just... They have options to be able to kind of... Or the Shrine. The Shrine has all of this entertainment stuff that you can provide, which is why I get why people kind of gravitate towards the Shrine. What can we offer that will keep these guys coming back, or how do we onboard them? And I will say, I think we've done a pretty decent job with Brother Ben, who, for the listeners, is our up and coming Master Mason, and the first person I've actually ever hands-on mentored. But, and I mean, I guess I've mentored people before, but I've never taken it nearly as seriously as I am this time. But I'm also taking this from a completely different approach with him. I wanted to turn him into the best Master Mason he can be. And that may not be the most conventional approach to things, but he's got a very open mind and he does a lot of self-study. So
I will say, coming from a little bit of experience about watching new members come and join Genoa, I think we do very well once that person is through our threshold and is talking to us face to face. We get those brothers like Mark, Ricky, Gabe, even you, and Master Taylor, Charlie, even Matt. Once they get, and I see what Gabe's saying is it's hard because those people come in and expect, oh, hey, I'm gonna find all these new friends, but then not cliques, but they see the groups and they're like, oh, I'm not welcome here. And it is, you are welcome. It just, we're all human beings. We're not
robots.
Yeah. It's kind of like we like our situation where we're not comfortable leaving our box, but a lot of us, like the members I just listed off, see a new guy walking and go, oh, hey, I'll go talk to him. And then it's talking to him, getting him to come to a regular meeting, and then us doing volunteer work and stuff. And some brothers and some people are like, I don't want to volunteer my time. But I mean, Bike to the Bay was fun as hell. The homecoming, fun as hell. Yes, you're working, but you're working with your guys. Like you're shooting the shit. You're talking about how Gabe's a fat ass and all he wants to do is eat and stuff, and he gets butthurt and then eats a donut, and then we're like, dude.
Right. And then we argue about politics.
And then you guys yell at me for making all these spreadsheets and handling things to the nth degree.
And turning on the loudest printer known to man in the middle of
That was
meeting.
not me. That was Sam.
That was me.
I was like in the midst of talking, all of a sudden I just hear, I'm like, what the hell? And Sam's like, sorry, that's me. I'm like,
to be fair, you're the secretary, though, so you're going to get blamed for that.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to blame you for it, even though knowing Sam was the one who printed the document. I'm still going to blame you as the secretary for that.
was a good
but anyways, that's where it's just getting people to take those first steps. One thing I've been kind of thinking of, and for those listeners that are old school Twitch viewers of people, I would love to see lodges start doing raids. Not in the sense of, oh, we're going to go raid this building, but there is a thing where streamers would do raids. They would pause their stream. All their viewers would go jump onto another streamer's thing and just like comment like raid, raid, raid. So like Genoa Lodge, one day we like the second Tuesday or whatever Tuesday, we go, you know what? We're not going to have a special. Instead, all 12 of us are going to go to Pemberville Lodge.
We've done that before.
We've done that.
But in the sense of not like one or two guys, but like
hey, the
guys.
meeting is happening
and not let them know. Not be like, hey, we're going to come do that. And just show up.
Just show up at Pemberville.
Because it sounds like it's a lot, but what you're doing is you're showing support for other lodges.
You know what? That's a good idea.
And I do. I like that. But let's kind of circle back to what we were starting with and maybe look at it a little bit differently.
I've been thinking about this while you were talking about our onboarding procedure and the fact that we don't have one. It goes back to talking with our friends Matt and Andrew from Wisconsin. So I'm going to go off here for just a second. So they do a breakfast with Santa every year.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do it as a fundraiser. They do it as a community outreach. They don't charge anybody for anything. They set it up, whatever. They have a standard operating procedure for the guy that's in charge of that. And it specifically breaks down, this is what you need to do. Exactly. And that's why their stuff goes off without a hitch. And then the next guy that's in charge gets the operating procedure.
Yep.
And it just keeps moving down the line.
I love that too. That's how we do things for our unit. That's how we do that at the Red Cross training.
I figured you would. But so my thing is onboarding for a fraternal organization with different personalities at the helm, is that something we could create a standard operating procedure for, or is that something where you almost kind of got to vibe check that?
No, I think it is definitely something that we could create because there are so many different, like just in our lodge alone, religious opinions, political opinions, just personality types.
Sure.
That we have meshed very well together, and we're not gonna change how lodge, like we can't change how a meeting opens, we can't change how a lodge runs,
and we wouldn't,
and we're not going to either.
Right.
And I think that it really is, if we can streamline the integration process to get new people involved and get new people feeling like they're part of it quicker rather than just something random they've joined, then I think it'll really keep people coming back. But just the thing is, though, is that if you approach this from the different aspect of asking the question of why does someone join Masonry and why should someone join Masonry, you get two very different and also two very overlapping answers to those questions when you apply it to what we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because to integrate someone who's joining Masonry because they found out their grandfather was a Mason, is different than someone who's joining Masonry because, hey, they heard about this organization, they think these guys are cool, let's explore it. Or someone like Mark, who got exposed to Freemasonry through pop culture references and wanted to see what it was all about. So there are different reasons to come to it, but the onboarding streamlined process can be the same, and it can be efficient and it can be quick because we want to involve these people.
Well, it's almost like we should, maybe part of our investigating committee, I know it's not in the standard set of questions, but I don't see a reason why we couldn't ask a guy, hey, what is it you're looking for? What do you think you're going to find at the end of this rainbow?
Well, yeah, it's the thing I do with recruiting. When I'm recruiting for my unit and for the state defense forces, I remember when I was recruited into the National Guard before I got medically discharged and switched all of my military career. We can go over some other time. I wasn't recruited by what I wanted to do. With my recruiter, I was like, this is what's available. Here's what you qualify for. Because when I took the ASVAB, I could have literally any job I wanted. But what was available with where I wanted to be, because I didn't want to be active Guard Reserve. I wanted to still be at the duty station here in Walbridge or close to home or whatever. But I got recruited for a job necessarily I didn't want to do.
Sure.
Whereas what I do when I approach recruiting, what do you want to do? Oh, you want to do this? Okay, here's where that is. We're going to get you there. We're going to do that with you.
Yeah, and that's, I feel like that's kind of the approach to take, because, some guys are just going to want, they're in it for that education. They're in it for that.
They just want to sit on the sidelines. They don't want to do anything.
Or they just want to show up or they just want to, have stuff like Brother Bob Painter coming up to talk about something.
Yeah.
Or any of these guys. I mean, Brother Miller coming out and doing his talks. And it just makes me want, you're going to have those guys, but then you're going to have guys like Brother Carr, who were really looking for that, guys hanging out type thing. And unfortunately, I think our lodge is pretty piss poor at that. I mean,
it's only the young guys who really do that.
I know, but we do that because we've all been together for forever. We're not so good at inviting other people to that.
Yeah.
We're not good at, we're not constantly going up to Ray's and slamming beers with the guys. We're not constantly
I know Mark and Charlie always wanted to go bowling as a lodge together, and we never really got that off the ground.
No, because it just never, because in our heads, we're like, oh, well, if we wanted to go bowling, we would just go bowling. I don't, it's something.
Well, that's the thing. That's also a very interesting point to raise with all of this of, should all of your recreational activities be with your lodge brothers?
No.
Well, hang on for a second. When you say, well, Mark and Charlie wanted to go bowling as a lodge, we could just go bowling. Doesn't have to, but then that kind of defeats the purpose of this brotherhood connection kind of thing. If I have a lodge,
I answered the question you asked, not the question you're talking about.
Fair enough. Okay, then let me pose this as a different. I'm now going to go off on a tangent. then about like integrating people and
Well, your question of which you're going to save us all some time is should we be doing these activities? And the answer is yes. But they shouldn't be the only people we do these activities with.
no, yeah. It's not that Masons are your only friend group and your only social interaction and your only source of
'Cause
entertainment.
we are in a rare spot where we are all friends
outside
of Masonry,
Yeah.
and there's plenty of people that we would say in our friend group that are not Masons, but we are all
Yes.
connected.
Yeah.
Yep.
That list is getting smaller and smaller as we go because we're slowly indoctrinating everybody to the cult, whether they can be at lodge or not.
More and more goat tamers.
Yeah, right. No kidding.
So, but before we go off on another tangent, and the listeners are like, Jesus Christ, this is a boring episode. Why don't we switch gears? And Sam, why don't you talk about our recent update at Genoa Lodge, which is the Room of Reflection, which is a lot of lodges, hey, I really want to do this, but I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. Why don't we give our listeners what we've been doing, and maybe that will inspire some people. And one little step in, I'll say, quote unquote, the right direction or making an improvement may get a flood of members to come into not just our lodge, but other lodges.
We have to come up with smoother transitions when we
Nope.
switch from topic to topic.
Nope. I like clean cut and to the point.
Yeah. Have you met them?
Yeah.
That's not how you
Well,
do things.
Yes,
That's
yes,
how
it
you
is.
do
I'm not going to
entertainment.
sugarcoat it to the
You do.
listeners.
My God.
This is why the listeners keep waiting for me to be on the podcast, because they're just like, I just want that clean cut and just switch.
That clean,
I'm tired of listening to Gabe ramble on like the old fart he is. I just want to learn about something else.
All right, Sam, enlighten us as to the developments of the lodge.
So, for those of you that are here in Ohio, you know, we got to looking at the requirements for the Grand Masters Award this year, and one of those requirements was building a room of reflection, which is, for those of you that don't know, and there are some states that actually it is outlawed, you cannot make these.
Really?
Yes, Wisconsin is one of them. So, as much as I love Matt,
We don't know.
I really want to know what the rationale behind that.
well, I would assume that because it's not something that's directly in the Masonic ritual, therefore it is taboo.
Well, we don't know any podcasters from Wisconsin. They're
We
from
don't.
Minnesota.
From Minnesota.
Soda.
But yes, they, so that may have changed, but the last time that I spoke with them, they said that was like
Okay.
taboo.
Yeah.
And if you even brought it up, you got like,
Reprimanded.
you got ripped a new one by the Grand Lodge.
Jesus.
So in our case, though, the Grand Lodge likes it because the idea behind it is instead of taking your candidate and dumping him into a closet and telling him get dressed, and then he's just kind of sitting there,
Continue. Sorry.
you take 15 to 10, 15, 20 minutes, you create a space for him where he can kind of contemplate the things that are going to be happening, to create a transformative space to, I don't know, to meditate, I guess, in theory. I'm sure someone like Jeff Syme could explain this to you on all the transitive properties it's supposed to do and enlightenment and what have you. I am just going to tell you the way I see it. So we've been talking about building one for quite some time. The problem is any of you that have been to Genoa Lodge, we don't really have a whole lot of rooms. We have a big dining room. We have a big club room for playing pool. We have our lodge room, and then there's the
Fellowship.
No, not the fellowship room, the actual room for the candidate, the antechamber, the prep chamber.
The candidate.
Yeah. And there's not a whole lot of space in that prep room. It's probably like, what, 5 foot by
It's an 8 by 10.
8 by 10?
Like,
Yeah.
with closets.
Yeah, with
and,
closets
like,
ingrained in the
tables and chairs.
Maybe even an 8 by 8. It is a pretty small room.
It's a pretty small room. But what we figured out was, because we couldn't figure out how we were going to put this in here and then still have enough space to get the candidate. So I came up with a genius idea, and I'm taking full credit for it. Because it was really
Ricky be screwed.
an epiphany moment for the idea. But in that room was a gigantic cabinet that used to be the DeMolay room where they kept all of their stuff.
Yep.
They have since moved all of their equipment into a different area of the lodge. So that whole cabinet, which is a deep cabinet,
Yeah.
I went, let's just put it in here. It's the perfect place. So we built, instead of a room of reflection, we built a cabinet of reflection.
Now, no, for those listeners, it's like you throw your candidate in a cabinet and shut the door. No.
We built a table into the cabinet.
Yes.
And we set the chair outside of the cabinet.
And a mirror and all the stuff.
Yeah,
for it.
it's really cool. Brother Staler made my dream come true. I told him what I wanted, and he made it happen. And I can't thank him enough. What's been fun, though, for me is to think about what I want this message to conceive, because we're sitting there, you're putting the candidate in this spot to think.
Yep.
And you're giving him a little piece of what Genoa Lodge is, or what we value, or what once again, I hate to say it because I sound so Gen Z about it, but it's the vibe. What vibe are we going for? Because if you look up rooms of reflection, you're going to find a whole bunch of different options. You're going to find bowls with skulls and incense with sulfur and all kinds of morbid, I would say morbid, like maybe at the time, maybe there was a place for that. But in my head, very on the nose. I don't find any subtlety in it. So I sat there and I went, what does Genoa Lodge value and what are we going with? And we've decided that we are the future of Masonry. We're building good men to make them better, and we're looking towards the future. So I went with more of we'll say a modern outlook on things. So instead of candles in the corner, I have a big LED cube that lights up and it fills up the whole cabinet, but it comes from one source, and in the center of that cube you can place objects in it for the person to look at.
Yep.
I went with a very modern looking Bible, very large text, so that way the guy can actually read it. I went with
a very standard mirror, nothing where it's got fancy lily work or flowers.
It's because there's no need for it.
Yeah.
It's very...
Keep it simple.
It's timeless.
Yes.
And I picked the things. So far, we've only done the Entered Apprentice degree.
Yes.
And I've picked things from that degree to focus on. And because it's the Entered Apprentice degree, I'm really not looking to overwhelm the guy. I only picked a few symbols.
Yeah.
But also, I also bought a journal that when we start making Entered Apprentices, they can jot down their thoughts in this journal of I'm kind of worried about this. I don't know what I'm getting into. But they can also look back at the people that came before them and see, hey, I'm not alone. This guy felt this way. And I just met him. He's out there. He's going to be in that room. He too felt the same way I did before I knocked at the door of Masonry.
And I love that, by the way. When I first saw that thing, I was like, what is this doing here?
Yep.
And then when you told me about it, I was like, that's an amazing idea.
Yeah, and I think everyone that we've shown, Charlie,
idea.
Mark, Jeff, Master Taylor, visitors, that they have the same thought of why do you guys have a journal in here? That's got nothing in it. And it's oh, this is what we're doing. They're like, oh.
Well, and I think there's 400 pages in that journal.
Mm-hmm.
If you go front and back. If each guy only does one page and signs their name, that's 400 newly made Masons, Entered Apprentices.
Even if they do 2 pages, that's 200.
But it gets me because all I was thinking in my head was something you say over and over on this podcast.
And what's that?
Societies work best when old men plant trees that they know
there's shade
they'll never sit under. I'm making a future relic for Genoa Lodge that we will probably never see filled.
Yeah.
Ever. In our time, that book will never be filled, but hopefully the next generation of guys will continue going.
Really, I hope, and I know we'll never see this, and I agree with you, I hope after generations and generations, it's not one journal, but 3, 4 journals.
Right.
Full. And what I would almost like to see is, because we have some space, in that shelf above, it's just
Books.
Volumes.
yes, volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then our kids' can be like, what the fuck is in this book? And grab volume 2, look at it, and be like, these are stories from Masons taking their very first step from decades ago.
Right. Well, and I mean in the same way, it's an actual hands-on relic. I think one piece that we get away from in today's age, everything is in the digital, right? Your meetings are digital, or not meetings, I'm sorry, your meeting minutes are digital. My financial reports are all digital. I mean, we have our sign-in book, but we don't have, if you look in the cabinet, there's all these books of, all the secretary's minutes and everything since the lodge was created. This is a little piece of something that doesn't have to be there, that we're choosing to be there, right?
Yeah.
We don't have to have this going on, but we're choosing to have it going on. I'm really excited about the Entered Apprentice. I wish I could have been there when it was used for the first time, and unfortunately it wasn't used on one of our own guys, so I don't know. I will hopefully the next time we have one, I will have a whole thing typed up and a plan and a skit and all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
And they're not supposed to sit in there for very long. It's only supposed to be for 5 or 10 minutes.
And you said something very important there that I wanna connect on, like having a skit and something you go through with people, and that's the thing. Like a lot of people think of like pre-scripted stuff as sounding fake, and like, oh, you don't care because it's a script and it's pre-scripted and everything. No, it's all about the heart and intention you put behind it. Like I have a go-to recruiting spiel. I have a go-to thing when I'm working with candidates, when I'm talking them through how they're supposed to wear their candidate apparel and the thing that we have to read for them and everything.
Right.
Because I hate monotone.
Yeah.
I really hate monotone stuff. And I think that's what people hate about scripted stuff is people who monotone it. It does sound ungenuine. But if you can make a pre-scripted thing sound genuine, it's like convincing acting. It becomes very. It becomes a good thing you can connect with, and I think that's something we can do and incorporate with our new Chamber of Reflection. Is we have a good almost skit we go through with new people.
I think I'm getting there to it. I needed to do that, and I'm working on the Master Mason one now, which is definitely going to be more involved. And as much as you're going to hate me for saying this, Brother Bob Painter is correct. There's almost not one you can do for the Fellowcraft.
I have been working on it, and he told me he wants to see what I've been putting together.
I know what you're thinking of, but I'm saying, like, as far as the objects, there are too many to encompass into one thing.
I will agree with that.
We'll have that discussion another time because I disagree, but we'll have that discussion.
I've been trying to learn the lecture for Fellowcraft, and that is a very long one.
It is very long,
and there's a lot of symbols, a lot of items.
And like I said, it's almost it's too many to try and pick and choose one or the other. I almost have to. It almost would be too much for me on that. But I figure if I can do the Entered Apprentice and I can get the Master Mason, if we decide we want to do the Fellowcraft after the fact, we'll do it.
And even if we want to pick and choose what we show and not show 100%.
Don't worry, I'm working on it.
Well, I'm glad someone else is, because I'm losing my mind here planning a wedding and doing a room of reflection and being
Listen, weddings aren't that bad.
No, they're not that bad.
Just go to the courthouse.
No, it's yeah.
I think Craftsman, you should see the way Sam's looking at me right now.
Yeah,
I think the 3 guys sitting on this couch doing this podcast would all be like, fuck yeah. Our wives and significant others would be like, fuck you.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, but it would be so much easier. We would save so much money.
You realize this is a family-friendly show, and you've dropped 2 F-bombs.
I've dropped a few more fucks than that.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Are we going to have to get a buzzer for you? Or
I
like
would
a
love
dog
for a listener
collar
to come back and be like, Ryan has dropped 18 F-bombs per episode, which is a total of 18,000
Listen,
or something like that.
Our district deputy dropped an F-bomb when he was on this show. I don't care anymore. To be fair, as long as we don't sound like sailors, it doesn't sound terrible.
Third-degree Masonic podcast. I don't care.
I do care. Craftsman.
So,
We all care. We all care very much.
But
Okay, we're ready for the next transaction. I got this one in the back.
so I think overall, I think we're at a point with it where I have to work on the spiel. But I think we're showing. So like when I do the Master Mason agreement, I'm doing symbols that you wouldn't normally put in there. You know, normally some of the pictures you're going to find are pictures of, you know, this is where you find the skull in it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going with more hourglasses and artwork about aging and
I know
symbols that are a little less terrifying. Because we're like, hey man, just want you to know, it's time for the third degree. Tonight's your night. I'm going to need you to go ahead and sit in this chair and just stare into Monty here as he looks you dead in the eye and you're just over here going,
is this a real one?
am I about
And you
to
pick
die?
it up and you look under it and you're like, holy fuck, this is real. What the fuck?
What am I supposed to do with this? Isn't that terrifying though?
Yes.
Like, I could imagine.
And I love the way you're handling it because I agree with everything you're going. But every person we've talked to, they're like, oh, so for Master Mason, you're getting a skull, right? And we're like,
No.
Sure. Come find out. Like,
Yeah, right.
one member of our lodge is like, well, all he's got to do is get the skull. And we're like,
Not getting a skull.
yeah, we do.
I'm gonna do the Memento Mori artwork, and I'm gonna put it in the corner where the chalkboard.
We have to have a like hidden message somewhere that they find and they like unravel and it's like, tonight you die. What the fuck?
Tonight we perish. But I mean, like, I could only imagine if you sat me in a closet for my third degree and I'm just, like I said, making eye contact with him in a dark room, and I just got Monty here, and I'm just like, I don't think I want to be a part of this anymore.
Yeah, like
I had a conversation with mine. I remember the Chamber of Reflection at Phoenix Lodge.
Yes.
When we were demolays, and they used it as a storage closet, but all the props were still in there.
Yes.
So you could go in there and you could sit with all the props for the degrees plus the skull.
Yeah.
And you could just sit there and talk with it.
Yeah. It's pretty terrifying.
I talked with that skull a lot.
Jesus.
I'm starting to understand.
Okay, so next transition.
Yeah.
Speaking of Master Mason, Grand Lodge is coming up.
Yes.
It sounds like
why does every segue have to be whiplash?
Because it's Sunday.
It's Sunday. I'm ready to go home, ready to be comfortable, and Sam needs to go to bed for tonight because he hasn't.
Sleep is for the weak.
Okay. Anyway, hoozles. Whiplash again. It sounds like from breakfast that we were having at the Skillet in Walbridge, we want to go, but we don't think we're gonna have time.
Thanks for doxing our location.
He said Walbridge earlier.
It'll be fine. No one's gonna dox us.
Listen, I could give out Sam's home address and he would probably murder me.
Actually, I've probably got 3 or 4 brothers around the corner here. Actually, I know for a fact that there's a brother that lives down the street here. I've never met him, and I probably never will, but he's a member of Genoa Lodge.
But
I
Grand Lodge.
Grand Lodge, I'm looking forward to Grand Lodge.
Are we going?
I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best here, but like I said, my wedding's October 3rd. I'm using up a lot of vacation time.
And then we have Jess and David's wedding.
The following
Yeah.
month. So it's kind of one of those things where we're just going to have to see how the dice fall. I also haven't heard anything from them.
We got the postcard in the mail. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Evan,
I get an email every year saying, hey, we're doing a merchant's table. Are you coming?
Oh,
And
I see what you're saying.
I got an email last year from Sandusky, and they are from Grand Lodge from Sandusky when we had it.
Is it the same people running Dayton though?
It's not. And that's why I said I don't know. And the last time I had to really fight really, really hard to get there. And I'm kind of like, I don't know if I have that fight in me this year.
Well, I guess that's a question for listeners because we had a few people like stop by at Kalahari. Are the listeners?
Yeah, are the listeners going to be there? Because the listeners are going to be there. If we have some listeners that are going to be there, that'll definitely encourage us to.
Oh yeah, well if the audience demands, we shall go.
But
ask and ye shall receive.
But if we don't get anyone back that's like, oh yeah, I'm not going this year, or no, then it's like,
Well,
I'd
like to
love
meet
to
the s-
go.
I'd like to see the 7 again.
The 7.
You know, the 7 guys on YouTube that watch our.
Oh yeah. I was like,
It's actually much higher than that now, but you know,
I just want the medal. That's what I
no,
want.
we love
The
the
cool ass
medal.
fucking medal.
it is pretty cool.
So
But I think overall, I think Grand Lodge will be a good time this year. I think we've kind of got a lot on our plates, and we've gone 2 years in a row. We really should go every year.
We really should.
But also the other downside of it is none of us have a proxy vote to use this year, so we don't.
So none of us are like voting members at Grand
No.
Lodge.
I know Ricky is going because he is a proxy.
Ricky carries a proxy?
Yeah, he's carrying the proxy for the junior warden this year.
Yeah, because he can't go.
Oh, so he's carrying.
Yeah,
he's
and
going.
so Ricky was gonna coordinate hotels and everything for all of us. So
My God.
So we're gonna be
Crap.
staying at Motel 8.
Yeah. Well,
And
Craftsman, for those of you that don't know, Brother Staler is also the best man in my wedding. So it's kind of feel bad if the guy that I'm putting through hell to help me with my wedding is going to Grand Lodge and I don't go with him. So that I guess I found my.
I guess we
reason.
have to go to Grand
I guess
Lodge.
we have to go.
But no, we can talk with all of our grand poobahs at Lodge and figure out what's going on with, who's running Grand Lodge and everything, and who's going to be in charge of the merchant table and everything, and who's responsible for that.
Yeah. I mean, worst case
Or we
scenario.
could just show up.
I was about to say, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think the last couple of years that we went, we've gone for the podcast. We haven't gone to Grand Lodge as Ohio Masons.
We could just become Masonic TikTok influencers and just run around with cameras in people's faces and be like, hey, Third Degree Masonic Podcast. Hey, you're a Mason. Hey, we're a Mason.
that's how we get a shotgun to the face.
And that's how we end up making the next Grandmaster angry and our deuce cards get ripped in half.
Or
Mine's
what we
plastic.
should do is we should change this format. Instead of doing a podcast, we do like nightly news, like a news anchor desk kind of thing, and we go around with a giant camera, and we have microphones, and we go up to people and we interview Masonic.
We have a reporter on the scene. Gabe, you're on scene. Just fucking chaos happening behind him. I've been
Ryan,
stabbed
you
4
can
times.
see behind me the chaos as Grand Lodge ran out of green beans, and there is now a riot in progress. The Masonic Police Department is on the scene.
Listen, you say that, but we've been there the last 2 years, and both years there's been some real controversial things that have hit the floor. So,
Yeah,
you know what? It's not out of the realm of possibility.
I know what I'm going to bring to the floor.
Oh, God. So, on another note, though, Whiplash. We would like to finish this segment off, guys, with a fun new game.
Oh, no.
I saw this on TikTok last night and thought it would be fun to do real quick. So,
Okay.
you guys are both going to be masters of a Masonic Lodge.
Okay.
And you get to handpick
I
5 people. You don't get a choice. You get 5 people, and it's going to cost you $20 each. You have to pay for these people to come over. You're going to pay me to hook you up to set up your roster.
Or
I'm gonna name these-
budget of $20.
Yes. And I'm going to name people off, and you bid against each other on whether you want them or not.
Oh, man.
Now we see who has the ultimate Masonic line.
Okay.
I'm going to start off real easy, and you can start off as low as $1 or as much as 20. Just know
can
that-
we go in pennies?
No. But
That'd be
also,
in dollar
if
amounts.
you run out of money, you are just stuck with whatever the other guy doesn't
so
want.
Gabe, get your calculator out because I
No,
guarantee
I'll
you,
keep a track of it.
I guarantee you he's not. But continue.
So, The first one we are going to start off with is very, very easy.
Okay.
Brother Jack Race.
Now, do we get hold on? Do we get to pick the location they are? Like what officers?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're just going to be 5 guys in a
I
ring.
thought we were like Jack Race, Worshipful Master.
Nope.
It's like
Nope, not going that complicated. You're just getting 5 guys, and we see who has a better line.
Jack Race. I would give it $1.
$2.
3.
Oh, it's getting crusty. In here.
I'll get $4 for
Ooh, Jack's $4.
You can have Jack.
Oh, there you go. Jack, you're going over to Gabe. All right, let's get a little bit more creative here.
which means I only have $16 left, right?
Correct.
Right.
You have $16.
And that was the first person. That's why I was like, let me see how high, Okay.
Brother John Tate.
Oh, $2.
Right Worshipful Brother John Tate, I should say.
This is kind of unfair, though, because one person gets it at a time. So one person could just outbid, like, just force the other person to bid.
Have you never
high.
been to an auction?
Well, yeah. This is kind of unfair.
So what are you at? $2?
I'm at
$2. I'll do 4.
Okay. 4. Tim?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got it? Okay. Brother John Tate. Right Worshipful Brother John Tate. Now we're going to get extreme.
Oh, fuck.
Brother George Washington.
$6.
You can have them.
How much money are we at?
I have 16. You have 10.
I have 10.
Oh, God. Brother Ben Franklin.
Ooh. $6.
$7.
He can have them.
God, what? You bankrupted me here. You've got the extra money. I'm trying to help you.
How much money do you have left?
I've got $3 left.
Ooh, you might be screwed.
That's where I'm like, I really want Ben Franklin, but I'm like, I'm at 16. And I don't know who's coming, so I'm like, ugh.
So we're at, how many have we got now? That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
5 is going to be Brother Benedict Arnold.
I forgot he was a Mason, even though I knew that because I've.
Why can I not think of him?
What do you
He's the
mean?
First traitor in American history.
Yeah, he's the guy who, I'm a
We're not
historical
we're not
person.
going into it.
Oh, okay.
We're not going into it.
Yes, he is synonymous with the idea of traitor, even though.
I
Not
can't
getting
think of
into
like him at all, so $0.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm also, because the brothers won't forgive me if I don't
give-
explain, so I'm going to also go $0.
I will give Gabe $0 to him because
You
think of
can,
him.
okay, so I have to take Benedict Arnold then
You have
because
to take Benedict.
Or
because
if
he's
you
been
want
given
me
to
to
me.
take him because you're at what 3 people and I'm only at 1,
yeah,
and have a max.
and
of
I've
5.
also only got $3 left, but you also haven't spent any money.
Yeah,
So
because
I
I'm
guess
a
I'll
cheap
take
son
for
of a
free.
bitch.
Well, no, because that forces you to then pay money to people, and
Yes.
I get a full line with still having $3 left.
All right,
That's fine.
next
So you have
I have 3 people.
you have
3.
4 people.
Who are my 4?
You have Jack, Benedict Arnold, George Washington, and Ben Franklin.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I have quite the stock
You
line.
legit only have 1 more position,
Oh, okay.
yes.
which kind of fucks me because if he has a different list,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just screwed.
Yeah.
See, I'm holding out for that Mark Allred.
I was about to say Mark Allred.
3.
I was gonna go up to 6, but he can't go past 3, so 4.
He's yours. The Charles R. Murphy.
3.
-10.
There's your 5th.
No,
What? No, that's not how that works.
wait,
You can't do that.
What did I pay? Oh, for Mark.
Yeah.
Charlie Murphy.
3.
TikTok.
I really wanted to do 3, and you beat me to it, so I'll let him have it.
What? No, you've got to bid
3 and a
first,
half.
and you get Charlie.
3.5.
You can't do halves. You've got to do by whole dollar amounts. Basically, I'm just forcing you to spend your money now.
You know, wait,
so you
I got
because we
John
each have to
Kane
end with a
and
complete
Bart.
line.
I'll take Charlie for 4.
Okay, yeah, because we've got to have a complete line at the end of this.
Oh my god. I love
So
this.
I've got 4, you've got 4, but how many dollars do you have left?
8.
And I've got 3. Okay, who's the next person?
Brother Bill Carter.
3.
Oh, I'll do 5. I will fucking...
Own that.
Okay, he's now down to also $3 left, and I'm down to 3. I gained exactly what I wanted.
You each have 1? Or is that your whole line?
I have
He has 4 now, and I have 4.
4. So this is
So
like...
we need 2 more people.
Yep. Now watch it, Sam, and we're like next.
It's me. Me.
You?
Yeah, me.
2.
3.
3.
I can't do anymore.
I can't either.
So who gets it? Because I said 3 and he said 3.
Oh god.
I'm the last bidder.
Yeah, I guess I go to you.
Yes.
He's got Benedict Arnold.
So I get
He needs all the
complete
help I
line
get.
at $0. So you've got to pay your money for your last person. So who's your
No,
who's your last person?
You get,
technically I can say 0.
take your wild card.
Ricky.
Anyone you want. Ricky? Oh god.
So let's see who's each line.
So,
I've got.
yeah, now we have to assign our people.
Are you like? Is the person like? Am I the worshipful master?
You're the worshipful master.
Okay. So hang on here. I've got.
So real fast, we need a senior warden.
Yeah, just go from the top down.
Junior warden. What else do we need? Are we doing secretary treasurer?
Sure.
Okay, so that's the remaining 2.
Who all do I have? I have George Washington,
Yep. Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin, Jack Race,
And it sounds like the 5. No, that's only 4 because
Jack Race. Who else did I have? I had Benedict Arnold.
And me.
Do we want to do Tyler as the 5th spot?
Sure. Why not? Pick your best lineup.
Okay, so I'm the worshipful master.
We need the Jeopardy think music for our listeners while
Do 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 do. Do you have to be the worshipful master?
Yes.
Yes.
Damn it.
Because you're picking your line.
Yeah.
I think I got the perfect fucking team.
Oh, I'm excited. 'Cause the-
Secretary.
Because the craftsmen are going to be the ones to decide whether or not who wins.
I'm going to have a ball in East.
And actually, it's funny because I only picked people, I believe, other than Benedict Arnold, Ben Franklin, and George Washington. I picked all people that have been on the show.
Ah, shit.
So if you have any questions about who these people are, craftsmen, they are previous guests on this show.
I don't
So wait, we do junior warden, senior warden, treasurer, secretary, and senior deacon.
No, Tyler.
Oh, and Tyler.
Yeah,
Tyler.
we're not doing the deacons or the
Stewards.
stewards or the LEO or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck. Do...
So wait a minute. Senior warden, junior warden, Tyler,
Secretary.
I got-
and secretary
I got
and
my
treasurer.
list.
Okay. Brother Ryan, your list.
I'm not fond of 2 people's position, but it's the best I'm going to get. So, sorry, I should probably lean into the mic so they're not like lightly a room away.
Correct.
Worshipful Master is myself. Senior Warden is Mark Allred. Junior Warden is Ricky Staler. Secretary is Charlie Murphy. Treasurer is Bill Carter. And I'm sorry to do this to you, Brother Tate, but you would be Tyler.
Oh, he'd love that, though.
I was like, I feel like he would, but at the same time, like, I'm not doing it just to be like, oh, fuck you, I don't like you. It's just like, I think the rest of them are like perfect.
All right.
Lineup. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Here's mine.
Okay.
So obviously I'm the worshipful master.
Okay.
George Washington is my senior warden.
Ooh.
Ben Franklin is my secretary.
Okay.
Jack as my Tyler, because he would love guarding this lodge. Sam, you are my treasurer. And Benedict Arnold is my junior warden.
Interesting.
Wait,
Craftsman.
who's your secretary?
Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin.
Okay. Yeah.
So, Craftsman, you're going to have to decide whose lineup is better, Brother Gabe's
Mine.
or Brother
By far mine.
I would fully disagree with that. You have the history. You have that.
I have all the pillars of masonry here.
I have all of the 21st century pillars of masonry right here.
Well, we'll just have to find out. But
jazz hands.
I think this would be fun to do with all historical people. And I think it'd be fun to do that. I'll have to come up
that would
with
be super cool if we just did historical Masons
I think that
instead of contemporary Masons.
Yes. I think that
I'd be
I think that
Having
next time
George Washington and Harry Truman in a lodge together.
I think that would be do like a fantasy league. I think that would be great.
I was just about to say, I think we need to do all the officers' positions.
Yeah.
And like even the stewards. And then it's not okay, let me give you a name. It's okay, Charlie Murphy's $4, Mark Allred $4. Which one you picking?
Ryan.
And
You
it's
got
like
my list.
yeah, and you're like,
seen a
Mark for
couple.
$4. So then you're taking Charlie for $4.
I've
Yep.
seen that, and I've seen another one where we can play deal or no deal, and you pick cases, and you're stuck with whatever you get. That's your
I like
lineup.
that one.
That
I
could be
like
fun.
too. That
So,
one we should do next.
We're just having fun, Craftsman.
We need to
let's
start doing these polls.
We do, but I will tell you this, Craftsman. We have already come up with our next topic question.
Yes.
Starting in the fall, we will begin that again, and I'll tell you what, we were talking about it at breakfast this morning. I'm really excited.
Yep.
I think it's going to be one that
Back to school, back to thinking.
back to thinking. It might ruffle some feathers, but I think it will in a good way. I don't think it's
I think it'll legit make people think.
I agree.
Hopefully.
So, well, thanks for going on this tangent with us, Craftsman. Our next episode will hopefully be sitting down with another newly raised Master Mason and be picking his brain on his thoughts of the fraternity. I'm really excited about it.
Absolutely. I
So-
can't wait.
So, remember, Craftsman,
Keep your working tools in order.
and always be.
On the level.
Thank you.
The views and opinions expressed on this podcast do not reflect those of the Grand Lodge of Ohio, its officers, or any of its jurisdictions. They only reflect those of the hosts or guests.